The conversation is on embracing therapy, something very important. She said something very paramount, and I'm like, I still stand in awe. Yani, you must create those love maps. Yes, you must create them. Now, there's this thing people would say, and mostly it's a society that believes it. Oh, you're going through that. I just go sleep it off. Okay. As you grow, you just constantly forget. How true is that statement? Is it possible that as you grow, you constantly forget some of these bad experiences you encounter, and they're never ever going to, attack you or in any way affect you as time advances?
Okay, as a therapist and what I've seen myself, my experiences and people's other experiences, what I've picked, no, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Because if you are molested, for example, at 7 years,
yes,
at 35, it's still going to affect you. It is very well going to affect you. It's going to affect your marriage. It's going to affect your relationship. It's going to affect your life. If you are at 10 years, everything, mulichotwa, amna nyumba, so you had to begin again.
Yes.
What is the notion for your hard work? You're not working hard because you're working hard based on the experiences you've gone through. There's some of us who fear poverty. We don't fear poverty because it is bad. We fear poverty because we have gone through it and we have suffered. We have lost people. Maybe we don't have cash to pay for this cancer treatment. Sunajua kuna Kenyatta wing, kuna private wing, kuna he wing. There's a lot of that. So my mom died because I couldn't afford this. What is that? Their reasoning is based on that hurt. So what happens is, all of that information, all of those traumas, all of those hurts, all of those losses, they hide in the unconscious mind.
Okay.
And when they hide in the unconscious mind, along your life, you're going to project them, you're going to displace them on different people. Whether at work, whether at home, whether with friends, it will always be there. And I remember me saying that there was a time in high school I would really get stalked.
Okay.
And every time unaangalia nyuma, you're like, okay. It's until I went for therapy that stopped. That I can do both earphones.
Yes.
Before I couldn't do both earphones. I could not do both. I have to understand who is walking
behind me.
Nani ako nyuma yangu? What if ako na kisu? What if?
Yes.
There's a lot of what ifs. So if I didn't deal with that issue at 30, maybe I'm married and it's my husband at the back of, I'll be like, who is that?
Yeah.
So why go through all of that and I can just heal? What I'm talking about is we are not going to avoid the problem.
Right.
We are going to process this problem.
Yes.
We are going to deal with this problem and heal from it. And healing is where I can go through a similar experience or I can see it and I'm like, wow, this was me before and I'm handling this issue differently. And that's what I'm saying. Before, I'll keep on looking back.
Yes.
Nowadays, I don't.
You walk forward.
I walk forward.
Face
Whether you're
forward.
the one, you jumped, you did not, it is not my issue. I'm minding my business.
Yes. Now, accessibility of therapy. Somebody would ask, okay, yes, you've had a conversation about embracing it. So now how can I get it? Walk me through now the process. First and foremost, begin with how accessible is it? And when I go there day one, what is expected of me? And what do I need to do throughout these processes?
Before, I won't say BC,
Yes.
but let me say in the previous generation, therapy was something unheard of. I don't think nowadays it is the same case. We have seen really people out there on suicide day, on this day, on this day. Just go online and chat therapy. You'll see various centers there.
Yes.
You'll see caretaker. There is caretaker. You'll see caretaker. You can come there for therapy. So nowadays the therapy is accessible. It's online.
Yes.
You can have online. It's not as before. There's a lot of awareness now. There's a lot of outgoing and massive campaign on therapy.
Okay.
So it is very accessible. Within your reach, within your county, within any place, you can just type a therapy, just therapy.
Yes.
Mental well-being.
Yes.
You're going to see those centers.
Okay. So they're at the touch of a button.
They are the touch of a button. So
And-
it is not an excuse. You can just Google, can I see caretaker? Yes, I can see it.
Yes.
Where is it? Where can I go? How can I go there? Can I access it? Yes, it is.
Also, somebody mentioned to me earlier today that you can actually get therapy on phone. You can call somebody and, you can have a conversation via phone.
Virtual therapy, yes.
Oh, wow. It's a thing.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
That's dope.
Because somebody is quite far or they are working 24, and it's going to be hard for them to slot in that. So it is online, it's virtual.
So you don't even really need to go to like a room. You know, the movies have created this perception. The therapist is seated across the table with a pen and a paper. Yes. And they have to be very bougie and classy.
You know?
So the office is very nice, flowers, vase, stuff like that. But it's as easy as giving them a call, telling them this is what I'm going through, kindly help.
Yeah.
You know?
Both therapies are good. However, I normally insist on if you're able to go there in person,
yes,
that's the best kind of therapy.
Yes,
virtual is good if you can't access it,
yes,
or you have no time. But being there, being present at the moment,
yes,
is kind of the best feeling.
Okay.
Because let me ask, if you visit your friend ukiongea naye kwa simu na ukimkuta mkipatana mahali, how is the experience?
It's the best one. The flesh is
when
in the flesh is the
when
good
in
one.
the flesh. Why? Because I'm also able to observe your non-verbal cues. I'm able to observe, oh, this is disturbing. Oh, this is you're able to vent out, you're able to express yourself, because there's another human being picking. We are humans.
Yes,
we are emotional beings, whether male or female. There's a touch of emotions. That's why we are happy, we laugh together. You know, there's that. So being there physically, it's a good sense of therapy.
All right, I love it. Now, one would ask, so I'm having this issue with my boyfriend, I'm having this issue with, my friend, and they are very conservative. They hold the opinion that I cannot go vent to somebody else. What if they judge me? You know, how can you convince somebody to come with you to therapy?
Now, number one thing in a therapy room, or being able to see a therapist, is you sign something we call confidentiality.
Yes. 100% guaranteed.
100% guaranteed that this person is not going to break my confidentiality.
Yes.
And I am liable to sue them for doing that. That is why the first thing you go to a therapy, just ask for it.
Yes.
Excuse me, I would like to know, am I able to sign? Because it's called rights to confidentiality.
Okay.
And rights to confidentiality meaning that I'm going to maintain what we're going to speak within this space.
Right.
In this room.
This four walls. Not going below, above that.
And one thing with therapy, I usually say something. Before I was able to open up to my mom, I was able to open up to a therapist. Why? I felt, mtu anijui. So chances are, even if the world is small, tutakutana mara only in the therapy room.
Yes.
I'll never see me again.
Yeah.
So my thought was like, hata kienda Turkana, same example yangu huko. Anijui.
But that's never going to happen.
That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen. But now the essence is, this is a person who I don't know. Because there's a problem of, if I tell my friend tells my friend, my friend tells my friend. That is why we don't share nowadays.
That's
because
the thing.
We don't respect confidentiality. We're not confident. I'm confiding in you. You will not say it.
Yes.
So the reason why we are afraid of therapy, we have that question. Will she say?
Yeah.
Will she use me as an example?
Yes.
Will she tell my couple? Will she tell my parents?
Yeah.
Especially for parents, you say they have brought their kids in, and the kid will like, utambia mom.
Yes.
My dad will know. No, therapy doesn't work. That's why there's a difference between guidance and a therapist.
Yes.
A therapist is there, very professional. We sign this, rights to confidentiality.
I love that. I love that. How about the affordability? That's also something very key as we wrap it up. How would you say, therapy is affordable? Prices is in a range between what and what?
I think therapy it is affordable. It is affordable. But there's something I'll say. Look at the cost of regret. Look at the bill of regret. Will it be, is it affordable?
It's not.
Or do you prefer the therapy one?
You should prefer the latter.
If you go to the supermarket and you're there, you want to buy this good, you'll even save up for your best shoe or your best clothing or this. So for me, I normally say, yes, therapy is affordable if you want to afford it.
Okay.
Because it is your needs.
It is.
It is your needs. I usually give an example. If you're sick, you'll go through thick and thin. Utaki kujua utaenda wapi.
To make sure the migraine is going. I don't want to hear this pain in this hand.
In this hand.
Yes.
Sijui kunywa hii dawa, utakunywa. Kunywa hii, utakunywa.
So it should be treated just the same.
It should be treated just the same.
Okay.
And I like how nowadays, for sure, it is really affordable. It is accessible.
Nice.
But then again, when it comes to the prices, I normally say the prices is for an individual.
Yes.
So find that therapist. Speak to that therapist, then communicate.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's as easy as that. It's as simple as that. Where can we find you in your socials now? Again.
Yes, you can find me at Kamiti _ Maryann.
Yes.
IG.
Okay.
FB Maryann Kamiti. Twitter, Maryann Kamiti.
Absolutely. I wish you could extend this conversation, have it further, because first and foremost, I've learnt and I've enjoyed this conversation. It's amazing. And you're an incredible person and very charismatic. And I'm also appreciating the work that you're doing out here, because people need it and they're getting it, courtesy of you guys.
Sure.
Asante sana. That is Maryann Wairimu right there. And of course, you can follow her on her socials. You can get to interact with her. She's throwing gems. My goodness. If you have missed this conversation, you can find it on our socials. Just head over to @NationFM KE on X, Nation FM on Facebook, Nation FM _Kenya.